Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Lianhe Zobao, the death toll from the double earthquake that struck Venezuela on Wednesday has risen to 1,430, with 3,238 others injured. The victims include 7 Chinese citizens and several other foreign nationals. Unhumanitarian Chief Fletcher warned that the casualty count is expected to rise further as more than 50,000 people remain missing, after the critical 72-hour golden rescue window. The United Nations estimates that the disaster has caused approximately $6.7 billion in property damage, representing about 6% of Venezuela's GDP. Up to 6.76 million people may be affected, facing severe shortages of safe drinking water, medical care, shelter, and hygiene facilities. Amidst the tragedy, local residents have expressed immense anger toward the government. Already exhausted by ongoing economic collapse and political instability, citizens are outraged by a state directive requiring volunteers to obtain safety permits before joining rescue efforts in the hard-hit Vargas, La Guaira, state. Meanwhile, 21 nations, including the United States, have dispatched search and rescue teams to assist in the operations. According to a report by Sing Tao, the United States launched several airstrikes on Iranian targets in response to recent commercial shipping attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. In retaliation, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps announced on June 28 that it deployed missiles and drones to destroy 8 key infrastructure facilities at the Ali al-Salam Air Base in Kuwait and the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain. The Guard Corps further warned that U.S. bases in the region would experience hell in the coming days. Following the escalations, U.S. President Donald Trump issued a stern warning on social media on June 27. He stated that U.S. warplanes had targeted Iranian missile and drone storage sites as well as coastal radar stations due to Iran's repeated violations of the ceasefire agreement. Trump warned that while the U.S. has exercised restraint, continued violations would eventually force a definitive military response, concluding with the assertion that if it reaches that point, the Islamic Republic of Iran will cease to exist. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command confirmed it hit 10 military targets and remains on high alert. According to Jilo Press, a strong earthquake struck northeastern Japan on Sunday morning, June 28th, registering a preliminary magnitude of 6.1. The tremor occurred at approximately 5:21 a.m. at a depth of about 41 kilometers in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Iwate Prefecture. According to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the earthquake measured up to a lower 5 on the Japanese seismic intensity scale of 7. This highest intensity of lower 5 was recorded in the city of Hachinohe in Aomori Prefecture, as well as the village of Fudai in neighboring Iwate Prefecture. The meteorological agency confirmed that no tsunami followed the quake. Additionally, the Secretariat of the Nuclear Regulation Authority reported that no abnormalities or irregularities have been detected at nuclear power facilities located in Aomori Prefecture. According to a report by Thai Sounds, Australia has announced it will double the maximum fine for social media companies failing to enforce its under-16 age limit to 99 million Australian dollars, approximately 2.17 billion TWD. This move comes 6 months after the landmark ban took effect on December 10, 2025. Despite the restrictions, Australia's eSafety Commissioner revealed that 70% of under-16 users who had accounts before the ban are still able to access platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube in some capacity. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese criticized the tech giants for failing to comply sufficiently, prompting the government to increase pressure through heavier penalties and expanded investigative powers. Following Australia's initiative, other countries are considering similar measures. The UK has announced plans to implement its own under-16 social media ban by spring 2027. According to Xinhua, Chinese regulatory authorities have proposed significant revisions to existing regulations governing the import and export of gold and gold products. The People's Bank of China, PBOC, in collaboration with the General Administration of Customs, is spearheading these updates to better align with current economic conditions and evolving policy requirements. The proposed amendments aim to streamline administrative procedures and enhance trade facilitation for businesses and the public. A key change includes the removal of a requirement for the PBOC and customs to jointly formulate specific rules for individual gold cross-border movements, while maintaining necessary customs oversight. Furthermore, the draft focuses on strengthening ex-ante supervision by clarifying the scope of customs authority, improving the monitoring of foreign trade agents, and updating the penalty framework for violations. These efforts represent a broader initiative to modernize the regulatory landscape for precious metals in China. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.